Hi, I'm Anita Potter from Anita Potter Productions, and today we're going to redo the vocal thickening trick. Now, the first video I did on this, I failed to do one thing. I forgot to show you how it sounded. A lovely commenter under that video suggested that it would have been nice to hear it, and I agree, so we're doing it today. I'm also going to add a little extra something to it because I do believe I did not do one thing in that last video as well. So let's get started. In front of me, I have a multi-track that has not been mixed. I just loaded it up because I needed a track that just had basically one lead vocal on it. All the other ones that I have that I'm working on have a few. So that took a minute. So here we are. I've got this vocal track. The track is Little Empire's Half a Heart. And we have the vocal here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I've got the vocal track selected, and I'm going to hit Control T to add a new track. And I'm going to name it Vocal Thickening. And then I'm going to click the routing button and drag it down to the vocal thickening routing button. And it is now send track 65 vocal to vocal thickening. And that's done. And we're going to add our FX. Now I have the FX chain already saved, but we're going to go over it again just for the sake of making this a complete tutorial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in repitch and add that. Now with vocal thickening, it's panning the tuning left and right and having several different, on this one it's called add shifter. So if I click add shifter, another one will pop up. But let's delete this shifter and start with the first one. We are going to shift by sense. And we're going to start with -3. And we're going to pan that to the left. And then we're going to add another shifter. Except this time it's +3. So you just delete the minus and shift it to the right. We're going to add another shifter. This time it's going to be 6. And we're going to pan it to the left. Add another shifter. -6. Pan it to the right. Doing it opposite, having a negative and then a positive, one left, one right, and then the next set, when we go to 6, have the positive on the left and the negative on the right. That way one side isn't sharp and one side isn't flat, that they have a mixture of both. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add another shifter. We're going to go -9. Pan that to the left. Add another shifter. Get rid of the minus. So it's +9. Pan it to the right. We're going to add 2 more shifters. You can probably stop right here if you wanted to, but I like to have it up to -12. So I'm going to add another shifter. We're going to go 12. Pan it to the left. And one more, -12. And pan it to the right. And that's this one. You can also save this as a FX chain. So you can go FX, save FX chain. I already have one, so I'm not going to resave over it. Hit cancel. And now, so I'm just going to solo these two because like I said earlier, the track is not mixed. It's not even gain staged. I just wanted to show this off again. So I'm going to sneak up on the vocal, and you're going to be able to hear what it sounds like. And it's going to sound scary.
Night falls like a...
And loud. So what you want to do when you have your vocal thickening, you're going to take the track that the thickening FX is on. It's easier to turn the volume all the way down and then bring it up until you can just hear it and then back it off. But it would be better to do this when the track is playing. That way you're not, your vocal's not getting thickened if it's too low for the rest of the track. But seeing as it's not mixed, I'll leave that up to you. So we're going to hit play again.
Night falls like a soldier, can't sleep, thoughts are bleeding, lost my heartbeat, left my love with the sun, left me feeling so numb.
Okay, so by itself, mute that for quick. Maybe it won't play it.
Night falls like a soldier, can't sleep, thoughts are bleeding, lost my heartbeat.
And then unmuted, solo it.
Night falls like a soldier, can't sleep, thoughts are bleeding, lost my heartbeat.
So that helps the vocal come up a little more. What I also add underneath, so I'm going to add a new track. I call it Octave Under because I'll pitch the vocals down 1 octave lower and then do the same thing like with the vocal thickening trick. Bring it up until you can just hear it and then back it off because the octave one is absolutely terrifying. But it helps. So I'm going to go ahead, hit the FX button again, and we're going to add repitch. And this time, instead of shifting left and right, back and forth, we're just going to take it down -1 octave. And then we're going to send that same vocal to this octave under. And I'm going to just solo that so you can hear what that sounds like.
Night falls like a soldier, can't sleep.
Yep. So when we have all 3 of these, I'm going to take that octave one all the way down and then bring it up.
Night falls like a soldier, can't sleep, thoughts are bleeding, lost my heart.
As you can tell, I can hear it, so I'm going to back it off a little bit.
Night falls like a soldier, can't sleep, thoughts are bleeding.
And there you go. And that helps a vocal to get a little more presence. But yeah, when you go and actually do these, the vocal thickening, it needs to be when you can hear the whole track going. Because if the track is like massively dynamic and the vocals still sound about this big, it needs to have more presence, then like have it work on it when the track is playing. You don't want to do it when it's in solo. I did it in solo for teaching purposes. You want it to make it to where it sits well within the track as the track goes. Now with the vocal thickening trick, you don't actually want to do it in solo, except just to make sure that it's working. But you want to do it when it's in the entire track is playing. That way you can get the level proper and the vocals can come out more. You don't want to do it in solo because then you're not going to get, it's not going to work out too well and you'll be adjusting. So adjust it when the track is playing. And anything you do to the vocal like EQs or compression will affect the thickening track and the octave track because as it's being sent from the actual vocal, put an EQ compressor or whatever, it will transfer to these other tracks because it's being sent. And then if you have like put effects or whatever on it, you'll probably need to readjust the balances of them. So that is basically it. And together,
Night falls like a soldier, can't sleep, thoughts are bleeding, lost my heartbeat, left my love with the sun.
And it helps. So let me know what you do to add a little more emphasis to your vocals in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.